Carlos Beltran is back in baseball, not in the booth. We thought maybe he was,
And
because he was doing games for the Yankees, right?
yeah,
We thought maybe he was kind of in line to get a job with the Yankees, but he's back with the
totally.
Mets.
Back with
He's
the
in the front
Mets.
office. He is assistant to the GM, not assistant GM. He's assistant to the
Right.
GM.
Yeah,
Very
he sure is.
specific there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to get a
So
mustard colored shirt too.
is he?
He better.
He has to. Maybe some glasses, grow out his hair a little bit.
Just a little.
But if he's like me, he can't. He's gonna get two.
Yeah, it's not going to
But
happen.
anyway, what do you think of this hire, Brig? I think it's a good move. I think honestly he deserves to be there. You know, he's done his time for the crime, everything. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, and if the Yankees weren't going to give him a better opportunity than, which I think is kind of sad, and I think the Mets, the Mets are in a position, at least they're behaving as though they'll do whatever it takes. They don't care anymore. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what short of maybe just a couple of bullet points on that resume that are a little poo poo, short of anything egregious, I think they'll pull you in if they think you can help.
I think so too. I think that Cohen he's all about winning. He doesn't care what it's going to take.
Yeah,
like, are you going to cheat? Maybe not, just because we'll get in trouble and it'll be tainted.
Yeah.
Well,
no asterisks.
Get away with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll bring in guys who have, but we don't want you doing it while we're here. Maybe.
I think it's a baseball IQ thing. I think it's a personnel management and camaraderie, cohesion thing. I think he's going to pull a lot of guys from the Latin world under his wing and is going to be a great influence there. And I want to see the impact that this has on, their downline, like all their international signings and recruiting and scouting processes and stuff like that. That's going to be interesting. I don't know what his official title or workload is. Obviously, we don't have that information, but
right.
I can see these things rippling out.
Yeah, it definitely could. I think that there will be some kind of impact felt, at least in the clubhouse, at the very least, because he's going to have access to the clubhouse. He can go in there and he can yuck it up with everybody. And from what I understand, everybody likes the guy.
Yeah, that's all I know. So, unless he's broadcasting, and then there's a lot of hate.
Well, nobody likes broadcasters. So especially, this is the thing that drives me crazy, is that the player is there for the fans. But the fans hate all the former players. Like, what's he doing? He's not bringing anything. It's like he's actually bringing a lot to it, but he's not polished in the world of broadcasting, so it doesn't sound the way that the other guy does. So that's what you don't like.
I gotta go with the homer pick again and tell you there are two exceptions to that rule, and the premier exception is David Cohn.
Well, yeah,
Paul O'Neill does a great job.
Speaker anyway, though.
Yeah, Paul O'Neill does a pretty good job. He's got some verbal tics that kind of drive me crazy, but and they're the same every time, so I know when they're coming and I kind of tune them out.
Yeah.
But David Cohn, David Cohn has not once let me down in the booth. Not one time have I been disappointed in anything he has said.
Yeah. The one of the guys I like a lot, I like Mike Blowers. Mike Blowers does a great job for the Mariners. Dan Wilson does a really good job, but also I'm a huge Dan Wilson fan, so I'm kind of like biased in that.
Sure.
But he brings a lot of really good insight. And it's funny because if you talk to most, I don't know about most, but a lot of Mariners fans, you would think that the players should be doing the entire broadcast, should be doing the play-by-play, and that some of the broadcasters, like a lot of people don't like Dave Sims.
Really?
I think he's fun though.
He's great. Yeah, I think he's great.
And like, and this is the thing that I think people don't like about him, is that he messes up names and stuff a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, he's old, first off. Also, the season is really long. Like, you gotta forgive that stuff in baseball, especially.
Right.
So, anyway,
that's what old boy John Sterling does. He just gives them nicknames. So he doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
Why not? Nobody cares.
He's like,
this is the thing. You're watching the game. You know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Forget it. Like, who cares? I was in a class one time, and my professor was talking. He was talking about how he's like, "Is that a football game?" And the guy in the booth, instead of just saying tackled for 10-yard loss, second and 20, whatever, he's like, he was given a play-by-play, like, oh, he's in pursuit in the backfield, or he hands it off. He's like, I'm sitting here watching the game. I can see what's happening. It's kind of how I feel about TV. It's like, I can see what's happening. I don't really need a whole lot of play-by-play.
Right. No, I need
But
commentary. I need color.
yeah, like how did that happen? What was he doing? Yeah,
Why? Right.